I see what old chaps and chappets, Game Chap and Birdie here.
Yes.
Yes, fellows, and I dare say we are now discussing the latest news for Minecraft, what the employees of Mojang have been up to, and basically what's going on, old chap.
Well, most certainly, that's exactly it. What on earth is going on with Minecraft? Because we haven't seen any updates, nothing, we haven't heard anything, nothing's going on. Since Microsoft got hold of it, it all seems to have gone very, very quiet.
Well, certainly, old boy, undoubtedly there has been a lull in news since the big M got hold of Mojang.
Most certainly. And no doubt all you chaps and chapettes out there are wondering, well, yeah, what is that happening? Game Chap and Bertie, what's going on?
Well, indeed.
We're going to do our best to try and piece this together and do something with it.
That's right, old boy. Now, exactly, what have we been looking at recently? Well, certainly one thing we do know is that Minecraft 1.8.1 was released right on schedule and had various updates, bug fixes, etc. and so forth and what have you.
Most certainly. Now, this was back in, I think it's about the 20-something of November. And of course, it didn't bring anything new out. We just had bug fixes. That was it.
That's
Nothing
right.
else.
So nothing sort of groundbreaking or major there. No new mobs, no new biomes and what have you, etc. and so forth.
No, indeed.
But indeed, on the other side of things, they've also been working, they have told us, on the Pocket Edition, have they not, old chap?
Oh, most certainly, yes. It seems that they are being able to do, and I do say the word able to do, and hang around and listen because we'll cover that a little bit more later on, but it seems that they're able to carry on working on the Pocket Edition. They've been doing that anyway.
That's right, and Mr. Jeb has been feeding out some little tidbits here and there on Pocket Edition. For example, recently he said that the 10.4 update for Pocket Edition was released on iOS, so you out there who have iOS devices can now play Pocket Edition on there too, and also he said he's working on potion effects for Pocket Edition, and he says just the effects, and here's this little photo I say, as you can see,
yes.
but actually no potions themselves, because the potions require the nether, of course, for nether wart, etc.
Ah, so we've got a little snapshot there of something going in Minecraft Pocket Edition.
A picture, that's right.
Well, most certainly, it's something that... And when I said earlier, what able to do, I really sort of meant to say perhaps along the lines of what they're actually able to tell us.
Yes, I think that's it, old boy.
But anyway, they've gone on to the Pocket Edition, and we can see that they've been doing that there. So they've done a little thing, and then Mr. Jib said something else about cave spiders, I believe.
Well, indeed, he said, today's been a long day of meetings, but I did try to get some work done on the effect info screen, as you can see here, which shows the jump boost in action, presumably on Pocket Edition once more, and as Birdie says, he also later tweeted he was working on those nasty cave spiders for Minecraft Pocket Edition mine shafts.
Okay, so that's rather interesting. There's something's being done there. These are little tidbits, if you like, by
That's
Mr.
right.
Jeb that's been fed out to us.
Yes.
Which is interesting, I suppose, for those that play Minecraft Pocket Edition or are interested in it, no doubt.
That's right, but of course, indeed, as we covered earlier, there's been this vast lull in actual news for the PC version, and understandably, some of you chaps out there will be wondering, well, what on earth's happening to my favourite blockbuster game? Is it actually even being worked on anymore?
Well, this is a very good question. Yes, indeed. What is going on? Now, Mr. Jeb went out to, Microsoft went out to visit them all. I believe it was quite early part of, possibly late October, early part of November, I think. Something like that.
That's right,
Mr.
indeed.
Jeb went off out there and had a good old chat with them all. We don't know what they said.
That's right.
And then he came back. And then after Mr. Jeb had come back, the other Mojang staff who work on Minecraft were then shipped out there
Yes.
to have a briefing or whatever it was they said out there.
That's
but
right.
of course, there was nothing said about what was said, what happened. All the little Twitter accounts that are so normally so ever so busy have become all very, very quiet.
Well, old boy, I do hope they treated them nicely out there, old boy.
I'm sure
they
they
weren't
did.
torturing, were they, old chap?
I shouldn't think so. I'm sure they did. No.
I'm sure they did, old boy. So, of course, they were having meetings, it seems, at both Microsoft and Valve, having chats with the various people there. I understand they also had various demos of things they've been working on, etc. and so forth. But,
Yes.
of course, behind the closed doors, they would have no doubt been discussing what they plan to do with Microsoft's vision for Minecraft, where they're actually going to take this game, because we have to bear in mind they've spent $2.5 billion United States dollars on this thing, and they want to going to turn it into something of their own creation.
Most certainly, and I think that's what we need to start saying, well, yes, where are these updates? Where's those wonderful things that they include, and you say there's a new mob here, there's another biome, and all of these things. And I'm sure everyone out there will agree, Minecraft needs this, and the community needs it to keep it going.
To keep it fresh, that's right.
Most
now,
certainly.
I'm going to go out on a limb here, old boy. And
Out on a limb?
I'm going to say the Mojang staff have been NDA'd or otherwise told not to say anything by Microsoft about Minecraft. I think we can say that almost certainly.
My word! Can you say such a thing? Okay. Well, yes, I think you can say such a thing.
I think so.
What we're saying here, Chaps and Chappets, is this is what we think. It's theory. It's not necessarily fact. Who knows? But we're guessing that there's a very, very good chance that the Mojang staff could have been NDA'd or similar, or just told politely, don't say anything right now about what's going on, or perhaps just given certain information Microsoft wants them to have and said, don't say anything about that, but there's other things in the pipeline. We don't know. But certainly, whenever there's a silence with something like this, it normally means that rather a lot more is going on than there is when there's a lot of buzz.
Well, that's right, indeed. Yeah. I think you have to remember, fellows, this game is now owned by Microsoft Studios, of course, and if you think about it, they don't give you regular updates on the latest Halo game. They just say, well, here it is, and that's it, you see. You don't get sort of updates saying, Master Chief's helmet is now blue instead of green. You know, they just say, here's the finished game, there you go, play it. And perhaps a few announcements beforehand to build some hype. So, I don't know, maybe they're going to be playing the same thing with Minecraft, but then they did say previously that they want to keep the community's best interests served. So, I don't know, old boy. But of course, in any case, we can say that Microsoft certainly steer the ship now, and they'll be steering the future of the game.
Most certainly. Now, one of the devs I remember did say something about there being some form of update in the new year. Oh, no, I think it was snapshots. Was it snapshots?
Snapshots, I think so.
Perhaps in the new year, maybe sort of, and that was the end of it, full stop, that's it.
That's right. So it seems this apparent lull in Minecraft news may continue up until at least after Christmas, fellows. Certainly we can say that. But the question is, what are they working on, even as we're talking right now? Perhaps things like working on the code, old chap.
Well, most certainly. We say, it could continue to after Christmas, but what we've seen before may never happen again with these updates.
That's a good point, yes.
Now, yes, indeed. What could they perhaps be working on? Well, one thing that they could be looking at is, certainly Microsoft, I believe, will be looking at, is fixing the messy code.
Yes.
And sorting things out, like the launcher, which, to be fair, it works, but it's not polished. And Microsoft will want to polish that, get it professional, get it in sort of whatever you might see, Xbox-friendly, PC-friendly.
Yes, I think you're looking for Xbox-style shiny. I mean, you've got big square green buttons with white writing on them, old chap.
Yes, I think
very Microsoft.
Most certainly. I'll put this on the table now, and you can say I'm wrong in the future, or you can say I'm right. But I think you'll see the way Minecraft is launched will be completely changed by Microsoft.
Yes, and I think this is a wise observation, old chap, because we have had our first glance at Microsoft's interference with the launcher. If you are sharp-eyed, you may have noticed the following message appeared in the launcher recently. It said, "Thanks for playing Minecraft. To keep up to date with development, please check Mojang.com. Blah, blah, blah. Have a nice day."
Aha.
I think we're seeing some Microsofty stuff coming through here, old boy.
We most certainly are, of course, and they've also sorted out their social side a little bit better with the Mojang. I think they've sorted that out.
That's right. The Twitter accounts were taken care of.
And I think, the days of where the devs were putting up all sorts of news almost like it, saying this is happening, this is happening, this is happening, this is happening. That was all fun. But I think Microsoft's saying, excuse me, hang on, we own this now. You're working for us. You'll do what you're told, and we will do the announcements and thank you. Okay?
Yes, I mean, if you just trace the history back there, what were they doing? Of course, Mr. Jeb actually brought in the snapshot system, as you may recall, I think in 2012.
Yes.
He said, we're going to be having this snapshot system whereby we will preview new features and the community will help us to test them.
Yes.
That's a jolly good idea, and of course has helped promote the game. But if you think before that, it was of course this thing where we had the secret Friday updates from Mr. Notch. We had irregular updates with bits of content being leaked out then and again, and it wasn't always necessarily a situation where they said, we've done this and we've done this and we've done that. It was actually very exciting whenever Mr. Notch used to say, oh, here's a preview of this Enderman, or here's a preview of the enchanting table, and that was really exciting, You got into that, old chap.
Well, you did, yes.
I don't know, maybe Microsoft might be taking the approach of less is more, perhaps, and saying we're going to give you less updates, but each one's going to be that much more punchy.
Well, most certainly. I think that perhaps in the future we could have, maybe next year, I think we could have a sudden announcement. It could come through Mojang, could come from Microsoft, but probably through the Mojang offices, but from them, as it were.
Yes.
That, hey, this is the new thing. Minecraft is going to be doing this, this, and this, and it probably will come in stages because they don't want to shock the community or whatever.
I think
but they'll ultimately get what they want done.
That's right. Now, I'm going to go to Mojang.com right now, fellows, and just see if there's any changes upon that site, which would indicate an outer reflection of the change. Let's see. Oh no, it still says copyright Mojang AB down there, so perhaps Microsoft haven't got round to that particular side of things yet, but certainly you have to bear in mind that the whole establishment of Mojang, whilst it still says Mojang, and it's still based in Sweden, it of course is actually now owned by the big M once more in Redmond, so of course anything they do is now okayed by Microsoft Studios.
Yes, that's correct. Yes, that most certainly is. Whatever they do has to be okayed by them, etc. so forth.
And they won't basically be able to move a muscle, or I should think say anything at all really about the PC version, certainly of Minecraft, without Bill's okay.
Yes, exactly, yes. And Microsoft will no doubt have plans as to where they want to go.
I think they will. Now, what could those plans be? I certainly think one of the ways they'll be looking, going on what Phil Spencer has said previously, will be to expand the game in terms of the cross-platform compatibility. So maybe, for example, he may want to level the playing field, so we've got the PC version, which works with the Xbox version, which works with all the other versions available, and certainly I think they'll be giving priority to Microsoft consoles in that. And of course, that may be one of the ways they're looking to level the playing field. But of course, how that translates to actual updates and getting this game, regularly updated with new features, etc. and so forth, is anyone's guess at this stage. They could go anywhere with it, old chap.
Exactly, and exactly. That's what everyone wants to know. Where are the new biomes? Where are the new mobs? Where's the new items? Where's this? Where's that?
Exactly.
A lot of things were added, you see, in the last year. I mean, Mr. Jeb did a rather good update with his underwater thing and all this. Lots of things have been added, but it sort of needs something else as well. It's been left, as it were.
So, just quickly cover a couple of ideas they could do. I mean, for example, one of the things I've personally always wondered about in Minecraft would be the possibility of things that can actually move around in the game. For example, you build a boat, but rather than the boat just staying in the harbour, the boat can actually sail off for the horizon. And I know there have been mods that can do that, but we've never really had the official implementation in the game. It's just one idea. Another idea, for example, they could, as we said before, I mean, this is almost, it's very fighting words, I say, yes. But they could change Steve's character model and the other character models to a completely 3D style. We could eventually see the Xbox Live avatars, those characters, perhaps in the game. I mean, just wild speculation, but who knows what they could do.
Most certainly, they could do that. And just picking up on the mod thing, because obviously there's a lot of mods for Minecraft, and they're absolutely wonderful. And the chaps and chappets, whoever's done them, they're spiffing, they're good job, it's great. But I think, I'm not saying this will happen, but there's a possibility maybe that Microsoft might say, well, hang on a moment, yes, there are going to be things you can add and extras you can do, but it's all going to be controlled now by us. We'll have specific mods, or whatever they might be, packs, whatever, controlled and made even, perhaps, by us, or whatever, and they'll plug in as and when you want them, you see.
I think you've hit on something there, actually,
because I'm not sure whether Microsoft,
yes,
just I can say this,
yes,
knowing what they're like and how they operate, whether they will really want a community out there putting their fingers into what they're doing. I think they want them to come and play the game and buy the game, play it and enjoy it, but whether they actually want them dealing with it and doing things and entertaining people, that we'll have to wait and see.
I don't know, because we've had, of course, Windows 8 where everything had to be okay through Microsoft, so maybe, just maybe, they might apply a similar principle to the mods. You could perhaps submit your mods to the team for review, and if they like them, shall we say Steam style, they might allow them onto the workshop, onto the community hub, portal, whatever it's going to be called. Because of course, currently for Gary's mod, of course, there's the workshop where you can submit your mods. If they get approved, they get allowed through, and of course it's very much a community-driven thing. So that's one way they could take it. Certainly, old chap.
Well, most certainly they could do. We don't know, but at the moment everything is extremely quiet. And if you're wondering, well, what's Mr. Notch doing? Well, this is what he's doing.
Oh, right. Well, he's having fun at least, old chap.
This is what he's doing. He's not really thinking about paying bills.
It's to do with blocks. Come on, it's to do with blocks.
It's a cube. No, come on, it's a cube.
It's a cube.
It's a cube, and so therefore...
That's Minecraft news right there.
Yes, it is.
That is.
He's in the spirit. So there we
fine.
are. He's in the spirit of things. He's a cube. But the thing is, let's be fair and honest. Ever since Mr. Notch went away and stopped working on the game, well, it's been okay, hasn't it?
It's been all right.
It's been all right.
It's been
Yes, it's been okay.
Yes, it's been.
Anyway,
it's been very acceptable, old chap.
Well, yes.
Very agreeable, I think.
Yes, it's been okay. Yes. But there we are.
So, but else, there we go. It has, of course, been quite silent, but certainly we'll keep our ears to the ground, and as and when more news comes up, we'll certainly be the first to let you know.
Well, we will. Most certainly. Now, the footage and the things that you've been watching there in the background as us going around doing silly things. If you wonder what that is, well, this is actually over on our new channel.
The Chaps Play.
The Chaps Play, which is there. And if you want to see more of that, pop over there and subscribe.
We are very proud of the Chaps Play, aren't we, old boy?
Well, of course we are. And go over there and watch it and say nice things and be nice to us, because well, we're quite nice people, aren't we?
I think you're not a very nice person, old chap. I'm not sure if I am, actually.
Try.
Well, anyway, of course, but else, with regards to that, I say, do dash along to the Chaps Play and see what you think of our playthrough. It's rather fun, I guess. It's Feed the Beast mod packs. It's good.
Yes, Feed the Beast. Oh, yes, very, very good. And also, don't forget, whatever you do, to put your comments on how you think about Minecraft, where it's going, what we've said, and the things we've put out there as possibilities.
Yes.
Put what you think in the comments. Let us know. Let everyone think what you think, because, someone might just read it and say, oh, this is what the community says, or whatever,
Exactly, you might just hit on something, but there you go, fellas. This has indeed been Game Chat and Buddy reporting to you the latest Minecraft news. My word, who knows where they could go, I say. We look forward to seeing once more the next exciting idea, I say.
Yes,
Until then.
Oh, I know those gerbils are in the pipeline.